Quickly, before we're cut off for good.
If it is like the others, the entrance to the inner sanctum will be at the foot of the crystal. We're almost there. Once we step onto that bridge, we'll be easy targets.
Then we better move quickly. Then.
I don't see any other way. We cannot allow it to spread any further.
And we won't. Joshua. You don't want to know. the army's here. Stand back, Joshua. I'm summoning Ifrit.
Stop, Clive! You mustn't. We still have a long way to go. If you tap your strength here, you'll have none left to destroy the heart.
Then you'd rather die? Jill!
She's not alone.
Surprised to see us.
How did you?
Gav. He told us exactly where you'd be. Even sniffed out a crack in the castle wall. And when we saw the heavens come crashing down, we had no choice but to believe him. It's been quite a day.
To what do we owe this honor?
A debt I would see repaid.
Prince Dion. It's good to see you well.
So, this must be Ifrit. Your uncle bade me give you a message. Listen to your heart, and guide your steel true. Your father would expect no less. That is all.
Thank you.
For everything, Your Highness.
Dion, please.
You do realize the only thing we've freed so far is this wall from its foundations, right? Now, if your lord and ladyship's quite finished...
Well said, Gav. We have work to do.
Don't suppose there's out I can sit. None won't take kindly to losing a bet.
And we would.
You mean? Whatever yous need, leave it to me. Anything else I can make for you? All done then?
If Sid were here to
He'd be proud. I couldn't.
Each party...
I missed.
There is still much till then.
I do not.
You see, Clive, and ours.
We fought.
We need only inch.
You all know what it is that awaits us beyond this gate. And and we shall face it together.
Aye.
It seems our hosts would rather we remain. I will stay them.
We will stay them. Go!
Just don't keep us waiting.
Thank you.
Welcome, sons of fire.
No! Come back.
What?
Joshua! Joshua! Wake up!
Clive, is that you? This isn't stone here.
Welcome to our darkness. A rift between worlds wherein your kind might reflect.
Show yourself!
Grave and many are the sins of man. And we would have you know them, all of them. As fate has seen fit to deliver you home, consider this our welcoming gift.
It would seem we are trapped.
And the only way out is through Ultima. We find him, and we leave.
If you are to comprehend the full extent of your transgressions, we must go back to the beginning. When the world was still young, we visited upon it a miracle, magic, and in its light did all life flourish. Yet the price for this boon would prove heavy. A pall descended upon the land, painting the horizon black as night. Though we labored to forestall its spread, in this one endeavor we stood powerless. And so we fled, that we might endure, that we might discover a means of salvation.
But if it was magic that caused the blight, what of the mother crystals?
I expect he'll tell us soon enough.
Salvation, alas, was not readily to be had. First, we would require a land unvisited by the stain of corruption. An unprecedented journey lay before us, one beyond the limits of our fleshly bodies, and so we cast them off. Thus, stripped to our very spirit, did we find our new paradise. A land as pure as driven snow, Valisthea. There would the true work begin, for the black crept yet behind us. And soon did we arrive at a solution, the illness having spread to every organ. There was but one escape from this fate, to start afresh.
With a new world. The one for which Barnabas labored. A paradise free from the blight where his God awaits. And where, if we only forfeit our wills and abandon everything we hold dear, humanity can join him. So, Ultima would have us follow in the footsteps of the king.
And follow we shall. For now.
To forge a new world would require not only power, but a constitution strong enough to wield it. Acquiring the first would be simple. Untouched by the blight, Valisthea was replete with ether, and we had only to place jewels in her crown to claim it. Acquiring the second, however, demanded creativity. And so I cast forth the seeds of humanity.
You created us.
Is that not what gods do? We sowed the seeds for you, Muthos, all that you might one day blossom. And our future thus secured, we thought to slumber, though that would prove a grave mistake. For it was as we slept that man committed his greatest sin. He awoke. Alone in a world bereft of his God's radiance, he stumbled blindly, desperate for guidance. Finding no light, he sought to kindle his own. And from that single errant impulse was his will born. Having discovered himself at last, man turned his eyes inward and found he desired evermore that which only magic might afford. So wars were waged and brothers slain for custody over that dwindling resource, and the land, she wept tears of black.
He would condemn us for this. Surely he cannot be so blind to his own hypocrisy.
Not blind, just unwilling to admit the truth. But we're one and the same. Is that
Ifrit, or what's left of him?
Long have our ashes lain cold for want of a spark. Cast your eyes upon them and see what you must become. Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being. The avarice of man drives her ever closer to destruction, but she may yet be saved by you. It is what you were born to do, why we nursed you and fed you, as your own mother should have. And now that you are fully grown, our Muthos, it is time at last for you to serve your purpose.
to right your wrongs? If our sin is wanting to survive, then you are as marked by it as we are. The fault is yours. Our wills were born because you abandoned us. And now, you would have us forfeit them. All for a place in your new paradise.
Do you imagine yourselves worthy of one? Mankind has no place in our world. Is this truly so difficult to comprehend? We only ever require you, Muthos, when the time comes to bid this wretched realm farewell. None shall follow, none shall remain.
What do you mean, none?
This is our world. Once the land's rebirth is complete, humanity will have served its purpose. Why would we continue to suffer that which has caused us so much vexation?
Because the land doesn't belong to you. It belongs to us all!
That is where you are mistaken. You own nothing but your precious will.
Brother.
I can't do this alone.
And you don't have to.
I grow weary of your dissent. Now you must learn that this master will not tolerate disobedience.
My friends, my family. We have all suffered, all fought to survive. This world may be flawed. It may be broken. But it's all we have. And if we can't share it, I see only one other choice. You have to go.
You may have created us, Ultima. But it's time we lived on our own terms. This isn't your world anymore.
It's us.
Bow down, offenders, hearts disdain.
Too slow. Let's try. Too slow. Nice try.
sublimed through game standing. Only with heads hung low is penance paid. O wretched mortals, incapable even of contrition, in fitting season shall we reap our harvest. Gifted this chance, and still you would raise your hand against the Lord.
What now? The darkness bends. He means to end us.
It wouldn't be the first time. But let's make it his last.
Your fate is inexorable. Surrender the vessel unto the darkness. Surrender it unto us. Kneel before us. countless generations have we awaited this moment. Your struggles have made you strong, yet your soul remains heavy with sin. Absolution is nigh. Repent, and all shall be forgiven.
Tell me, Clive, how many lives have you saved since taking my name?
Fewer than we have ruined. Wherever we go, we leave a sea of tears in our wake.
These are the wages of your will, son.
What good are our choices when all they ever bring, all they will ever bring, is death?
There's no atoning, Clive. No matter how hard you try.
So why not leave it all behind?
Leave it all behind.
Please, won't somebody save me? Won't anybody love me?
I yearn, yet still she is not mine. Have I not given enough?
From will is born desire, and it is this which consumes you, rendering you incomplete.
Do you not see how the world bends and warps under the weight of your hungering hearts?
What if it could all just go away?
Just go away.
Clive! None of this is real. Wake up. It's time to go home, Clive.
Clive.
That's right. You're my brother.
Brother.
Remember who you are.
Clive.
Once more, lest you forget.
My name is Clive. Clive Rossfield.
Look.
Ultima.
Even here, the light of the vessel's will cannot be quenched. And the Phoenix, his trespass should not have been possible. Not possible unless he has been with Mythos all along. The mark of the Phoenix, emblazoned upon his heart, made manifest by the power of will alone. The power of creation. Can it be? Are their wills truly so potent?
Are you still talking?
Damn it, Clive. Wake up.
That hurt.
Sorry to wake you, but I think it may be time to leave. This place.
And once again does my creation stray from the path laid before it. Steeped in conceit, you fancy yourself a god. You embrace Logos. But we will put an end to this hubris.
What are you talking about?
In the halls of origin does our true power quicken. And there shall you be made complete. Soon, Mythos, soon you will discover how little you know of suffering. And so the crystals are no more. Yet in their silence, a new song rings. Its chorus building, a crescendo as it enters its final movement, stirring those long aslumber to waking. And back to their origin.
Bloody crystal's cracked. So where the hell are they? Oh, fuck me.
Is that ether?
What in good Grieger's name is going on?
This is wrong.
Are we back?
Clive! Joshua!
Jill!
Is everyone all right?
We're fine. What happened?
Too much to explain here.
Mate! We're leaving! Now! Everyone, fall back to the ship! I will be with you anon.
Thank you. I need to tell everyone what happened at Drake's Spine. And I'm going to need Otto's help.
It's not often our entire merry flock returns home to roost at once. I expect I should be wishing you good luck.
Calling to me.
Still a lot. Something tells me that...
It's the longest talk.
Right.
Is this everyone? As I'm sure you've all guessed, the crystal which now commands the eastern skies was summoned by Ultima. He called it Origin. Though the significance of that name is as yet unclear.
What does it matter what it's called? Its emergence tore Twinside asunder, and wiped my homeland from the map.
Mention of the Dominion spires can be found in the oldest of Valisthian records. But to the best of my knowledge, none provide any hint as to their true nature. That they would prove the horns of some slumbering demon. Well,
the Dominion's demise was at least quick. Elsewhere, the Republican army cannot hope to contain the chaos engulfing Randalar. Canva is in flames, and the Empire.
Our allies are crying out for answers. I've sent the Cursebreakers to give them what assurances we can, but right now that amounts to fuck all.
They wouldn't be able to stop what the skies have started in any case. People here and across the realm grow sicker with every passing day.
Could it be that this new Mother Crystal is like the others? That it draws upon the land's ether? It certainly looked that way from stone here.
If that were true, it would explain the hastening spread of the Blight since the crystal's appearance. Would it not?
And as the land's ether slowly rises to the surface, it pools, corrupting all who cannot channel its energies. Archay above, ether floods below, and in the middle, here we languish, hopelessly entrapped.
It's all right. When we faced him at Stone here, Ultima told us his true power quickens in the halls of Origin. Needless to say, we cannot allow that to continue. If we are to stop him, we will have to find a way into the crystal.
How are we going to manage that then? It's up in the sky. And fast as she is, the Enterprise can't fly.
It's a lot to take in, and I reckon we'd all benefit from some time to clear our heads. The answer will come to us. Don't you worry. Ain't that right, Clive?
Right. That's right.
Well, go on then. Bugger off. Same goes for you, Clive. You won't solve anything like this. Trust me. Go and get some fresh air, eh?
Thank you. Joshua seemed upset.
Trouble with your gear, or... So, what it be?
bad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, that should do you. And?
Ultima may have created us, but he doesn't make us who we are. Only we can do that. And if he would have us fight for our survival, so be it. It's what we've been doing all along.
Much like Ultima himself, it would seem. His new world being naught but a means to survive. And so, we must contend to decide which of us shall inherit the land. Should Ultima prevail, it will mean death for us all. Of that, we can be certain. But even should he fail, what world awaits us? A withered, godless place, where our newfound freedom will most like prove a chain in itself.
Well, that may be. But a chain can always be broken. As long as one has the will to break it. It won't be easy. It may take generations. Centuries of suffering. And that is if everyone plays their part. But it will happen. And when it does, it will be on our terms. That is the world that awaits us.
Indeed. And what better world could one wish for?
But first, we have to reach that crystal.
Then it's a good thing I have wings.
You can barely stand, let alone fly. And only the Founder knows what horrors await in those skies. Are you certain about this?
Am I certain? I am the Phoenix. I will do what I must. This is our fight. Remember?
All right. I yield. But only what you must, yes? I'm still your sworn shield.
That you are.
And what of my wings? Lest you forget, you go to stand against a god. I would not have you succumb to fatigue before the fight begins. Ifrit, your brother mentioned that some few of the dominants who had lost their power to you were still able to prime. Is that true?
It is. But their icons no longer submitted to their will.
Then mine will have to be stronger. That you both might save your strength for the battle to come.
You don't have to do this.
If you do, there's a chance you might lose all you have left.
And what have I but regret? My life ended in the Dominion. I fear death no more. Besides, I would have words with Ultima. He has much to answer for.
We are in your debt, Dion.
We can speak of debts when this is over.
He speaks like a man who knows he's not coming back. And has come to terms with that.
That doesn't mean that we have to, does it, Clive?
Time to talk to Jill. I only hope she understands.
I will not forget this kindness, my lord. I shall go to it.
Come to it.
This is it, Jill. You know what I have to do. There's no turning. This is where our journey was leading us.
I could pray to Metia for you. You always are.
I did promise we'd watch them.
I'll be waiting.
It's almost time. Better make sure I haven't forgotten anything.
The hour fast approaches. My decision is made. You said it yourself. He must.
He must.
The time is nigh. Ifrit.
What a word. Might be time to take a step back. But if it weren't for Sid, I know you'll do right by us, Clive.
No.
Is that right? I'll be here if you need me.
Back again? Well, Clive.
I am.
Naturally. I shall. How may I help you today? Here you are. Thus ends today's lesson.
How are you doing? Anything catch your eye? Always something in there.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
Here to help, thanks, but I'll...
You're really going to go?
I am, but before I...
If it's within my...
It's the children. And if I leave them here, they surely... I can think of only one place.
Of course.
Thank you, Clive.
Lubor!
What is it for...
There's been a flood in the Velcro. The League of Outlaws encampment was...
What?
Every last one.
And it's a one thing. But we need to evacuate. Further gather, the Akashic may strike well.
Yes, my lord.
Clive, change it. The children stay with... Tell them to... Understood. I'll do what I can. You have to listen to me. They're coming. You need to evacuate.
Know your place, Bearer.
Why do they always have to make such
What do you want?
To pass on an important... There's been an ether flood out in the Velcroy. The camp where the so-called League of Outlaws were gathering has been swallowed. They're no longer just bandits. They're Akashic now. And they could be here at any moment. You need to begin preparing for a full-scale evacuation right away.
Oh, do we? And who was it who gave you this disturbing news, might I ask?
Lubor, perhaps? You may believe.
But why would he lie about something like this?
Some twisted attempt at revenge. If he had not been unmasked, a great honor. One he might...
Lord Underhill, Lubor can...
You may not trust me. But for the sake of your people, ask yourselves. If there is any chance...
There isn't. Now be off.
You're making a mistake. It's no use. They're not going to listen to me. We'll just have to do what we can without them. I should speak to Lord Furder.
I think we'd better shut up.
What's Lubor raving about now?
Lord Furder.
Sid, what's wrong?
I went to warn Conrad. They've convinced themselves that nothing... A bloody fool. Which means the tap that I can. You only have to...
I appreciate it.
Sid!
Victor.
I couldn't have banned Blue Boys and need...
You have to believe me! The Akashic are coming! They don't eat, they don't sleep, they don't tire, and they don't care who they kill. They're unlike anything that's come before. There will be no parley, no mercy granted! We may have saved the town once, but this is different. I do not ask that you forgive me, but please believe me. If you do not run, you will die. You will all fucking die!
You'd like that, wouldn't you, Bearer?
Yeah, with us out of the way, your kind will be free to claim Dalamil for yourselves.
You should run!
Run, Bearer!
Yeah, run!
Run!
Far, far away!
Run!
Just go, Bearer!
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes! Go!
Come on, then.
Go on! Go!
Just go.
Lubor, wait. Someone's coming.
Go! Come on!
Stop! You're hurting him! What did Lubor ever do to you? He solves all your stupid problems and he keeps all of you safe. You know there's nothing he wouldn't do for this town. Who was it who made that cleaver you use every day, Conrad?
And what about your counting table, Natalie? Who fixed that?
Whose men make sure the streets are clean so all your boots don't get dirty?
Who spends all day, every day making sure things run smoothly round here? And none of you ever say thank you. Ever.
But did Lubor ever complain? Well, does he ever stop smiling?
He keeps this whole place going! And you act like it doesn't even exist!
Yes, right.
Lubor, we've heard enough.
Wait!
We will not run. The town guard will not abandon the very place it is sworn to protect.
And I will not give up for lost the stores that we labored so hard to fill.
So tell us, how do you propose we deal with these Akashic of yours?
We won't run, but we will fight.
All right, then. Fine. Gather round if you don't want to die.
Allow me to explain the situation. The ether flood occurred near the village of Cheratina, deep in the Velcroy. The place had been abandoned for years, until the League of Outlaws decided to make it their base of operations. Now they're all turned, and if the scouts' reports are correct, heading in this direction.
They are mindless monsters, driven only by hate and rage. And they are utterly unpredictable. With the bandits, we at least knew how and where they were likely to attack. When these creatures come, Dalamil, the town guard will muster at the north gate. The rest of us will take the south. Both forces will provide men to... And as soon as it has been, Conrad. Can I count?
Always.
I leave the selection and court and the command of our men.
Consider it as you wish.
Natalie, I would ask that you and your people have the towns for... And tell the merchant not to waste... As long as we survive, our riches can be regained. And if...
Very well.
Where do I fit into? Where else? I would like you to travel to... Main host is most likely still...
A little garden?
Luckily. So... All right, now it's...
Looks like everyone's ready. I'd better not keep them waiting.
Good. That will keep some of them. Any man sighting an Akashic is to raise the alarm immediately.
Dalamil will be safe with
our
us.
entire force
You have my
rallies
word.
to that position. We stand together.
Let's go. There's the flood. But what's waiting for us inside? Thanks, Gal. All right. Stay down!
a single one alive. The League is disbanded. I should get back to Dalimil and see how the others fared.
All the Akashic we were at. Seems that might be the
last of them here, perhaps.
Lubo, Sir Clive has returned.
Clive! What news from Charatina?
It's done. Root.
I knew you wouldn't.
Thank you, my
friends. And we need not fear the arrival of any more. Victory is ours.
We bloody did it.
We saved Dalimil.
Lubor, allow me to apologize. After all you have done for this town, we should never have doubted you.
But we did. And for that we are truly sorry. We only hope that you can forgive us.
We need you, Lubor.
So, you do remember that I'm a bearer, don't you?
We do. It is a stain on ours.
I see. But I...
Name them.
Firstly, that you will both do everything in your power to... If the town guard and the merchant... Unity is the key when that time comes.
Of course.
And... you will accept that if I am to lead, the mistreatment of bearers must end here in Dal. Any bearer with it, they will not be judged by what they are.
As we fail...
We agree to your
condition. Well then. How not so long ago. And now, here.
Lubo.
Fear not. I would sooner face another hole. I'll make...
I don't doubt. And not just the children.
Can't have all...
From bearer boy to mayor of Dalamil. How far Lubor has come. And
well, I certainly didn't expect it, but Dalamil seems more united than ever. I'll have to redouble my efforts to bring Costness.
I shall devote my every effort to creating a haven for man and bearer both. Just like a certain someone else I know. Someone to whom I owe a debt of gratitude.
I knew they'd change their tune. Dalamil would be lost without Master Lubor.
As they're only too aware.
I doubt it.
You were with the Men of the Rock, weren't you? Thanks for your help fending off the Akashic.
You're settling my debts.
Come on. Faster!
You deserve a rest.
Let's go.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight.
This won't be easy.
Are you buying or selling? Fine choice. Anything else? Of course.
Lord Marquis?
What is it?
One of our brethren, he sent an owl.
Was he surveyed?
No. The object of an ancient religion by gaining.
And so you sent one of your
Fully. I entrusted the mission to one of them, though he has been silent. Yet, it seemed, for as you...
But Ash is a big...
Perhaps. The last owl I was Mickleback would it lie if...
All right.
You are. Go then.
Come on. This must be Mickleburg. These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here? Ah. Heed the call. No, to be honest, what are you doing?
It is my home.
You keep...
They came to perform the rite. This village, where
They shall
give them.
Oh, Lord. Let us be free us from...
They want to be... Forgive me.
You mean the trap?
Thank you. They seek the same salvation Barnabas did.
Salvation?
At least the third chair is still alive. Let's go and find him. Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the...
He said that you...
I came here to study the You have seen them. They devote themselves to the veneration of their lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they... Not that they might be granted... Serve him with... I, too, swore to devote my... And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream, that they might do their duty to their lord, even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a cash. I know that it may be hard to believe. Forgive me, my lord. Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out what. An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her. Come on. Over here! What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation by devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become Akashic in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Found her. I should get this report to Cyril.
My lord, I am glad.
I met with your
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg.
If you...
The villagers, they were. They prayed to their god. Then Anitha, your brother sacrificed himself, even knowing that...
Then he perished? For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives. A noble ambition. It matters not how only that the decision we live according for better or worse.
But he didn't die for your creed, and you still believe that what...
I believe that he believed it was. We of the and this was his.
I'd like to know this, Matt, to know the names of all they died serving my house. That is my...
Of course, I shall fetch that, my lord. It's the greatest honor of my life, though our and were they here.
Welcome, welcome. Of course.
Welcome to Dravoj, Sid. I'll go, someone's open.
What do you think? I made myself a pair of bellows, just like Blackthorn showed us. Give him my thanks, will you? These things have stoked a fire.
Would you like to see my wares? Go safely now.
You won't find a finer array this side of the strait. You're welcome anytime.
Do you see anything you like? An excellent choice.
What are you after? Much obliged.
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the markets.
I would speak with this Duke about the demands he's made of me and my fellow traders.
Yeah? And why would he want to speak with you?
Saw the captain just now.
Your town needs you. I need you. But the Duke would have me clapped in irons.
You have a
What is it?
It's the Duke. Unsurprising. The town was left all... And though my dear boys have been... So I was wondering...
Of course.
Thank you. Philippe told me...
Where can I find...
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme. I wish to speak to you.
Very well. I trust you'll...
Absolutely.
Please.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing. Yet I fear he must be made to face the...
And who?
I would. Were you to join us...
Does that not...
Drastic action is precisely... My father would have it that...
But he is wrong.
Scornful, but he cannot. We must...
Fight him. Respectfully, my lady. While I understand your...
Falsehood. But I see that you're my... If you will... I bid you good day.
She certainly...
Indeed. Which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. This is all about her and her...
Family.
I'm sorry. Ah, yeah, but perhaps it's...
Right away.
It's just a pity.
The Duke might have soldiers at his beck and call.
What does the Dane have to say about all this?
So you are content to abandon the people to... Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. Thank you.
She cornered you too.
Could hardly get a word in like father.
She made an uninvite, hoping to convince the Dane.
Anyway.
Our mutual...
Oh, right, is all. We've had some...
They're back.
Seems that way. We haven't been able to confirm it.
Right.
You know, Grieger's...
I'm on my...
Thank you. I'll look into...
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town. Get him! Farewell!
Clive! Are you all right?
I am. I dispatched...
Well, there's some... But what were they doing, Sal? We might be able to...
Do you have eyes?
Some. You head back to...
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's stirring up ill...
What? I'll do what I can. Be careful.
Don't worry, I'm...
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. And now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
Perhaps we could, Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore! You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her. At least I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
Oh, fuck. No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caernarvon and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on! But she is but a common
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell. The men have I got them spaced out at regular intervals.
Thank you. Rest assured. Should any of your...
Thank you, Miller.
I'll play my... You still want for... I only hope for leave. Can I leave the South in your hands?
Of course. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to... I fought a few of these things.
All right.
Thank you.
You can thank us.
Till then.
When the fighting begins, we can take refuge in the barracks. We'll be safe there.
I have served the Duke for many years, and I hope to do so for many more. But I cannot turn my back on these people. Our people.
Merciful Creek. Wherefore would you forsake me?
Father.
I want steel in the hands of every man or woman willing to fight.
We can help with the wounded.
Hopefully you won't have to.
If any get by, you can trust we'll be here to meet them head on.
This is more like it. Come on, then. Test me. Is it over? No. It's only just begun.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to...
Clive.
And you. The road to Oriflamme. How did you and your...
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've... I thank you both.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything. I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart, to be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again, as did you, Sabine. His Radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that, and I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, but I believe that we all want safe, and we may yet. Will you join us? Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, and today...
Madam Isabel, I see.
You're right.
Forgive me for saying. The dame said it herself. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you.
Well said.
Well, I should see if...
Can we get you anything? Well, a room at the Bell would be nice.
One of the dames, aren't you?
I saw several soldiers being carried to the Vale.
They'll be well taken care of, I'm sure.
We did it! Kiss me.
This the last one?
How goes the treatment of the wound? I'll be happy to man one it. Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must.
Tell me. But I sense you would rather... For you, madame.
I was Carla then. So sought after was I that it... Alas, for naive as I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard after they discovered us, and so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to... until we found... It was the veil that fed us. Those that could be healed, at least.
He passed away.
He did. But at least we were able to share a few moments. It was the greatest gift I had. But the generosity of this town and her people did not. The men and women of the Vale support, though I was still a stranger to. And so I swore that I would repay.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this.
Perhaps that is why I have never stopped fighting, and I shan't either. I know that the people, the soldiers, all united in defense. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Clive.
Joshua, what?
I've received word from
his will.
In the crypt, beneath Rosalith Castle, after Kupka was kind enough to drive out the Imperials, the Undying, and in the process of doing so...
I'm surprised anything survived done.
Cyril asked that I join him in Tabor at my
Of course, I want to know what's in there.
Very well.
Thank you, Uncle.
As for down here... Clive! Rutherford informs me...
I would have done...
You're far too modest, Clive.
From what little...
But I was rather Alas, it seems that first we must move.
But where do we
True. The challenges the realms are, as you've seen, certain cities have banded together to try, and yet, in short...
But how would...
The armies, my boy. Sadly. But I do know someone
I thought he was...
He was. Until Anders...
Of course.
And he's a Greek. Havel has always been a man of... I extolled your many, but you don't mind.
Of course. As long... And if the field... I'll leave for what you send it.
Of course. Brother...
Excellent.
No.
Clive. Taraban.
Thank you, Karen.
You could do... Go on, then. Finished, are you?
Crack the crystal. Not a very good one, but then... See that sword of yours stays oiled. Trouble with your gear, or something for you, dear? That it? Fine.
Curse the skies.
Say what you will. Lady Karen has seen her.
Pining for something, boy. What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. And you're only thinking to act like that there iron up.
What was wrong, Bob?
I'll take like as not. Doubly hard in being. Sid would always tell him, you want that I reckon what...
I'm sorry for making you wait. Let's get that...
Doesn't sound like you...
Indeed, you miss Sid as much as the rest. You want me to go?
Quick, can't you?
Not nearly as much.
Aye, good thing.
Your kindness is...
Only because he doesn't talk.
Where to, then? All right, Torgal. I'm going to need a little... Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... You've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, you were looking west, toward Rosaria. Why don't we try the rook? I haven't been to the island in... To Port Isolde. Fingers crossed the old mooring is... It's still here. Not small. And you're a lot bigger.
You two go on without me. I doubt that boat.
If you're sure. Hop in, boy. This place hasn't... changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you. Here we are. This was our hideaway. Wasn't it, Torgal? Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince. Shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy? This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well. You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal, for never giving up, for never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either. That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I think I know where we're going. People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home. Sorry for the wait. We're ready.
Your Grace, my lord, I trust your journey was not overly onerous.
Cyril, you found a letter from Father?
Yes, I have it here. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this missive shortly before his passing.
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans he spoke of?
His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor, the former bearer of the Burning Quill, who entrusted them in turn to me. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated aim. But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also spoke of building hospices to care for those stricken by the curse, and the founding of a new university to further the development of non-magical technologies. With the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins, Archduke Elwyn saw this as the only means of securing Rosaria's survival.
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. To see centuries of common wisdom overturned. Small wonder he did not think it achievable within his lifetime.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Had he not, he would never have written this message. Nor would he have entrusted his vision to his most faithful aides. Those who would have stood with you, shielded you from the machinations of the less benevolent personages at court.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most loyal to your father were the first to suffer the Duchess's wrath. But one at least remains, and she has come bearing gifts.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that she explain, my lord. After all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended only to recovering His Grace's will and arranging a meeting with the one who might execute it, or a part of it at least.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive, Your Grace.
Thank you. Shall we?
The Undying are not the only secret fellowship in this realm, you know. There are others, each working for their own ends. Why, not so very long ago, a society committed to discovering how one might cast magics without a catalyst was found to be operating throughout Valisthea. They were denounced as heretics, rooted out, and driven from our shores, never to be seen again.
My lord, Your Grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke Elwyn, entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my tardiness in bringing it to you.
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service to our house and to our father.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, perhaps you could explain a little more? What exactly is the gift you bring?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for the children of House Rosfield to be presented with certain keepsakes upon their coming of age.
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would come.
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Matching armbands for you both. Alas, he did not live. Indeed, he was taken from us even before they could be completed. He had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each armband was to be finished himself, but it was not to be. And his gifts remain incomplete.
I see.
It saddens me to bring them before you, as they are. It was your father's wish that you be presented with the finished articles, not these, works in progress. But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left unclaimed, I had little choice. You are grown men now, and his house is yours. And while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone in his stead, I know that nothing would have pleased him more than for you to do so.
Thank you, Lady Goditha.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady. May our father's will be done.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this Heartstone, my lady?
I do. Though it may be a matter of a good deal more than simply happening upon it. It is found in the bellies of elder griffins, you see. We do at least know where to find one. A certain specimen has made its nest in Titan's Wake, not far from here.
A certain specimen?
You are most perceptive, Your Grace. In answer to your unspoken question, yes. In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. I have been tracking its movements since you were but a boy. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men of House Rosfield, it would surely make your father proud.
What say you, Joshua?
What else?
Good girl. Eyes peeled, Joshua. Be safe.
There it is. For House Rosfield. Too slow. We're all ready.
Is this the Heartstone?
Thank the Founder you were safe. The Griffin is slain then?
And the Heartstone claimed.
Yes. This radiant luster like frozen flame is thank your father.
Lady Goddard.
Thank you. If you would The armbands are complete. Pray, take them. They are yours, after all. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, or even ruby. It symbolizes unwavering will and devotion. And the graven vines encircling the stone represent the unbreakable bonds between you.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside and outside the duchy. Enemies who would thwart his vision. Only with unwavering devotion would it ever be realized.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and Shield, as brothers in arms. Only then might those enemies be overcome.
Indeed. His Grace knew the enormity of the task he would entrust to you, his heirs. But this was more than just a message. It was a promise. That he would always be with you.
Thank you, Lady Goditha, for remaining the steadfast custodian of our father's will.
Forgive me, there is something that the Undying told me that after, even if the armbands were incomplete, so...
Because I was the keeper of the vault, of the deep love he had for... In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewelry. I tried to warn when word of the fire reached.
And thank the...
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete, and so he informed me...
Lady Goditha.
As do I.
Thank you for coming back.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is. And we thank you for the part you played, Cyril.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial atop Hawk's Cry Cliff? Let him see that...
I suppose... What do you say?
I was hoping to...
Your father's helm is it since the day we recover. I prithee, claim it. And I do not doubt that your father...
Thank you, Cyril. Come on, Clive.
Good girl.
Faster! Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
Save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemy. That I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. But perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
It's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
No matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward. To the end.
And to a new beginning.
Do you see that too?
Papa? What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
It's all right.
Run like the wind. Be safe. Ready, go? Can't be Rutherford, can it?
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you!
Allow me.
I don't need your... Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take...
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
A little longer than I'd have liked. Field Marshal Havel, I presume. Are either of you injured?
No, my... fucking... But I hadn't thought the... It's a fuck you're into, my lord. Or a...
Call me what you want. It doesn't check all the urgency of the mess.
Before I'd have you answer one question. What do you...
I won't deny that I might benefit from... But I seek a new beginning. And while the choices I've made... I know. So long, when it should have been our decision all. But in order to take it, we must...
Certainly not the words I expected from an... You are, no. I never... All right. Next, I'll make contact with my counter...
Thank you.
But they...
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some... We will need an envoy.
I'm flattered, and I have... What we need is...
Is that so? And...
Of a different kind.
I suppose we'll all...
I shall.
My lord, your lord...
And I will see very... I can barely convince my brother to take... Someone like Quentin.
I made sure our fallen comrades were laid to rest.
Quentin.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be... Go on, then. You'd have me convince the chief and do the one thing that is...
I know it's a...
And you'd have me give the people of Lost... You'll have to find...
I'm sorry.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the...
It's not that.
Then what is it?
You know that.
Then what are only we? Why turn your back on everyone else? Who's to say you could...
A stirring. I fear that any...
So you'll join... Field Marshal I can arrest...
That would... I hear the roads are...
My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Any statesman we speak with...
Reckon Master Quentin could argue an egg...
Uncle, the Field Marshal has Rutherford is a company. They will await. Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get them, he asked if... Master Quint...
Another app. Just the thing we need to put good thinking...
I'm glad you approve.
The more...
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quinton, you still haven't mentioned...
Oh, don't you? The 7 High House. They have all agreed to make the most... Oh, of course it did. But luckily I...
From who?
Why, you, my boy.
It was more of...
Well, she had a shipload of talents delivered to my... And when the other houses... Now, join us there.
Of course.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still...
You'll find another bloody road. That is, unless you'd have them...
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
My soldiers actually need... They'll be dead.
Perhaps I might suggest those supply routes are indeed allow them to make port and fill... but I'm too such for Rutherford's...
Us?
I can't stand...
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you...
And what kind of company you...
Criminal? You are not...
Upstat...
Once more unto the...
Shall we be... What we seek here is not to create a new... We wish simply to bring and to do that, we must convince those in power. There will be disagreements, yes. If we show them the path. The fate of the world lies in my... But the well-being of her people lies...
Uncle Bud.
Now, for what great moment in history... Citizens of Valisthea! Well, this is the role. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities. The realm needs its... I
will.
What do you think that thing is?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Come to claim your just desserts? You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.